Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new week of trading here on the channel. Hello, my name is Justin. Most people call me GDT. If you are new here, I do all kinds of stock market related content, mostly live day trading, which is what this video is today. Today I took two trades, one long in Tesla, one short in coin. We're going to break it down in today's video. Let's go, let's trade. Okay, so the first trade was here on Tesla. You can see it alerting on the scanner all the way over to my right, the negative I3 scanner, and it's making a beautiful move here. I go ahead and start a long here, 100 shares long at an average of 173.84. So making a big move here. It's down, man, almost 6 points or so. Actually, it is just about 6 points or so over the last 3 minutes. So pretty big move for Tesla these days. Obviously, if before the split, this would have been a nothing move, but now it's a pretty big move. So I'm in here long, 100 shares, 173.84. Initially, I was going to have a plan to sell half if we came back up through 174.50, but it doesn't look like it's going to get up there on this initial move up. So just going to sit here and wait and see what it does. Certainly has a lot of room up, but it's also Tesla could move down further. And if you guys don't know my strategy, I plan to average into a position here if it continues down. So this is just a small starter here, and if it's going to continue down, I'm going to look to add in. So it is coming down here. I'm going to look for at least a point here further down before I add in to help me average it down a bit. So looking for under 173, 172.80 would be another point down here. So looking for if it can break 173 here, watching the level 2, 173 is there. It breaks. I see the 80s. I click the button. I get the fill. Another 100 shares in here long. Now have 200 shares long at an average of 173.36. So actually feeling pretty good about where I am in this trade. I would love one of the big spikes back up that it certainly has the potential to doing, and especially how things have been so choppy here lately. But at the same time, if I can get it back up through both of my entries, I will probably look to just start piecing this one out. So if I can get it back up through both, I will get ready just with my hot button for 75%. The volume, look how fast this volume is. Look at that time in sales. Look at the level 2 just flying by. It's hard to kind of watch that and get an order ready. So in this case, I'm going to use the hot buttons for one of the really first times this year. I haven't used them too many times throughout the year so far, but if this one does make that move up through both entries here, I will look to use the hot button for a 75% partial sell, not a cover. I'm so used to being short, but in this case, it would be a sell since I have 200 shares long, and that would be 150 of them on that on that 75% sell. So it's pushing up through both, and I go ahead and click the button there. So I sell out 150 shares. Have 50 shares left. I've made $82 so far on that initial 150, and now I'll see if these other 50 can go up a little bit higher. So got a decent pullback there on the first 3 quarters, but I would love to leave some here in case it wants to do the bigger rebound, which really I was hoping for and looking for. But I got a little bit concerned about it once it did just do this little one here and then started pulling back down. So I was like, I'm not really sure what it wants to do. So as it comes up a little bit higher, I go ahead and sell out another half of my remaining quarter. So I'm down to 25 shares here now. And if this gives a nice move up higher, I'm going to sell the whole thing, which I do right there as it pushes up towards 175. So just like that, in about 3 or 4 minutes, I'm up $130 here on this Tesla long, and especially for a long, which you guys know I hate taking longs, I will certainly take that to start my day and start my week here trading. So happy with that. A little bit later on in the morning, it is coin popping up. It's making a big move off of the bottom here, and I'm watching it as it's coming up towards 62. I'm like, this thing's getting pretty extended right here. It's not overly big on the scanner, only about a 12 here, but if I can get up into the 6180s, I'll see what it does. And as it gets through 6180 there on the ask, you can see the seller stacking up at 6181. So I decided to put my order out here at 6180, and I get a fill here short 100 shares at 6180. Only 100 shares on this one just because it wasn't nearly as nice a move as, say, the Tesla one was, or a trade would like to be, and it's coin, so crypto can kind of be a little bit here and there. So either way, I'm short here 100 shares at 6180, and I will look to either add in if it gets up through 6240, or if it gets down under 6150, I will look to start partialing this one out as well. So if we get under 61.50 here, I'll get ready to take half off. It is coming down towards 50. Can it get under 61.50 on the bid is what I'm looking for. There, it's under. I go ahead and click the button and take half of that position off there. So just a small realized win, but still have 50 shares if this thing wants to continue down here towards 61 is what I'm looking for here. And I'm really hoping that I can partial this one out in half again. So if we get down towards 61, I'll look to take 25 shares off, with the thought that this thing could potentially come back down towards 60 if it really wants to do the pullback off of this big move. So watching it here as it comes down towards 61, I want to get it under the 20s, down as close to 61 as I can before I take another partial here. So I'm just kind of watching the level 2 once again. Here you see the level 2 come down into the 61.10s. I go ahead and click the button and take another 25 shares off there. So down to 25 shares left here now on coin. I've realized a small $33 so far, but it is turning into a winning trade here. So now the point is, hopefully it'll continue down, but not going to let the remaining shares go against me either. So I decided to put a stop in on my remaining 25 shares, hoping I'm going to give it enough room for a potential bounce to come back up and then let it continue back down. I decided on putting it 5 cents over the $half mark, so I put my stop in there at 61.55 here on coin with those 25 shares. And unfortunately, it is going to go ahead and come up and stop me out here, which was unfortunate because this didn't go up too much higher after this, and then it came and crashed all the way back down into the 50s like I was hoping it would. But it stopped me out there, so I'm all out for $39. But, you know, can't really complain because I traded it how I wanted to. I got a pretty decent move out of it. Just, you know, sometimes it's going to hit your stop and you're not going to be able to get the full move like I was hoping to on coin here today. So that's going to do it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Pretty good day. I think it's actually my best day of the year. Yes, it is definitely my best day of the year so far. Hopefully can keep that momentum going throughout the rest of the week. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.